What's up, everybody? It's CJ and it takes me to play these games, and welcome back to the Forgotten City. If you guys remember last time, I was trying to get 4,000 Nora out that chest I found behind the golden statue.
Salve, friend.
Let's get that. And I actually got him. I got it off screen. Don't worry, guys. I got the money. I'm the richest man in this place. I can pretty much buy anything I want. I'm CJ and I need. Oh, wait, yeah, give her some stuff for me, bro. Yeah, she's done.
Yulia.
You do that.
All right, let me.
All right, now
I'll go.
Thanks, bro. So he's basically the dude that helps me kill time. And like you guys remember, the first plan we're gonna do, we gotta go talk to Melois. Tell him like, hey bro, I got some dirt on you because I bamboozled your wife. And then we gotta go stop Orpheus from killing himself. Like, yeah, Orpheus. Yeah, I know you speak with the tongue.
On your best behavior, I trust.
Fuck you. Lock the door.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted.
Oh, that's how I get Galerius to be magistrate. I tell him to do all the errands I would do, and they would elect him magistrate. Thank you.
Domitius doesn't usually let any.
Nope. I want you to withdraw from election. Yeah. I got your info. Tricked your wife. No, I'm not. Release them from their bonds. Yep.
Fine. I'll have to. There.
Alright, nice. He's out of the election. Now, I have to go ahead and get Orpheus not to kill himself. Who is she? Wait, why is who's supposed to guide me? Oh, Equity is supposed to guide me, because she's the one that told me to figure out these clues. But you know, I just been going around trying to help everybody in this goddamn place, because I'm also been looking for clues myself.
Salve.
Nope, don't care.
All right.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Yep.
Oh,
No.
No. Orpheus, what are you doing?
No.
What?
Why do you...
Alright, I'll talk to him. Good news, Orpheus. Midas has agreed to release you and Yulia from your debts.
It's too late for that. If I backed out...
The Cradia was able to get some silphium in time to save her life. She's going to be fine.
What? Are you messing with me?
No, I am not. I wouldn't do that. You're both free.
We're free. We're free. Thank you. It seems fortune smiles on us after all. I'd better go and pay a visit to Yulia immediately. I just wish there was some way I could repay you. But I have nothing but the tunic on my back.
Don't worry about it.
I'll go and take care of things with Malleolus and tell Yulia the good news. Thanks again, friend. I'll never forget what you did for us.
The Great Temple Door. Is this the god? Wait, no. The Great Temple Door. This has to be the god. Missing piece. Seems someone removed a plaque from here. I need to find and decipher the meaning of the obelisk. Oh. So it's not even a Roman god. It's an Egyptian god. If you look at the hieroglyphs, you can clearly see it's Egyptian. So it's actually the Egyptian god that has us stuck here. How can we pass this test if we don't know the rules? Because we don't have the plaque. We need to find the plaque. Everything is coming together. I know. But I'm so rich as fuck right now. Okay, so we stopped the assassin, we stopped Orpheus from killing himself, even though we do know that suicide does not trigger the golden rule. It is theft, murder, because we saw, the golden statue saw him commit suicide, so they know, hey, we Gucci. Goddamn bamboozled her.
I hope you're taking care of yourself.
I sure am, lovely. Can I not zip line? Ooh, my God, please don't fall. I'm so not trying to start over. So I'm guessing Brody committed suicide. See, I'm still getting stacks of monies. Can't never go broke in this game. Okay, let me start going after these. Willowbark the Rufus. Oh yes, let's finish out. We're gonna finish out our leads, and then we're gonna get back to our main goals.
Be careful who you trust.
Of course.
Name's Rufus.
Alright now, rheumatism.
What business?
You already know.
Willow.
Yeah. What's your story?
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Solutia on Tigris, Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads.
What does that mean? How did you end up here?
Not sure. I was fighting with the 6th against Parthians in the east. Only my whole body was aching every time I took a swing of my gladius. It was the rheumatism. Relentless. Unending. Of course, I wasn't going to get any sympathy from my commander. So I started thinking, what if, in the next battle, I just didn't try as hard, you know? What if I let my guard down just long enough? Next battle came, and all I remember is this bloody great savage coming toward me. And I just loosened my grip, and then nothing. I woke up by the river. Some strange man in an eagle headdress had fished me out. Kamut Tabal, I think he called himself.
Ah, we got a name. We got a
I
name.
found this place, and that's it.
Thanks for sharing your story.
That's all right. It just feels good to finally tell someone about it. Thanks for listening.
I knew it was fucking
See
Egyptian.
you around.
I knew it was Egyptian. Oh my God.
A golden bow, just like Apollo and Diana.
So the god that is here is it's a male god and it's Egyptian. Where the hell does Equitia go? Am I not? Oh, I'm not even following it. I'm stupid. Oh, 3 common threads. Okay, so there's a river in his.
Welcome.
She mentioned so right now we have a river right now. Let's see if anyone mentions the dude's name in Eagle Headdress.
Hello there, friend. May I say, that is a glorious bow you're carrying.
Fuck you. Taken from Shining Diana, only to discover you locking inside with angry hornets. I managed to escape, and after a harrowing ordeal in the palace and traveling back in time, here I am.
Are you well, stranger? Have you been out in the sun too long? You seem a little confused. Perhaps you should go and see Lucretia.
Gonna kiss my ass. What's your
I
story?
mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Let's hear it.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome.
Scavenger.
Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave. Fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out.
Well, you
See,
sound
about 7
British.
months ago, half of Rome caught
In
on
Rome.
fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, hoping to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what
You
anyone
took the
would
whole
have done.
cart. You chose the cart, didn't you?
Of course I chose the cart.
Yeah.
I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
Uh-huh. I think I see where this is going.
Naturally, I dived in after it, hoping to salvage my fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Uh-huh. Sounds you got what you deserved.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back, and this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
All right.
Very well. Another time.
So you... Okay, you just fucking scared me. Only he told us about dudes called Tabat
Citizen.
Mole or some shit like that. Fabia!
Shiny. Salve and welcome. Need something?
I need to hear your story. What's your story?
There's not much to tell. I mostly just bake bread and try to help out where I can.
How'd you end up here?
I suppose it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when I got sick. Terrible timing.
Fire.
My pa had just arranged a husband for me. A fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius, a white rooster, then a goat.
Wait, but she doesn't end up in the river though. What's going on?
In the end, they decided I'd do better outside the city. Clean air in the countryside would do me good, they said. But after about a day in a carriage on the Appian Way, I was getting worse, not better. I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have fell asleep, because when I opened them again, I was in a forest by a river. I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't have wanted to catch what I had either. Anyway, I went searching for help, stumbled across the trapdoor temple, and here I am.
Whoa! Okay. A lapse in memory. They black out and they wake up here. But Fabia, she died of sickness and then ended up in the forest. That's odd. Most of the others were in Rome before they woke up in the forest. But you're saying you were a day's ride away.
Oh yeah, I suppose you're right. Hadn't really thought about it. But the gods are mysterious and powerful. Who knows what their plans are for us?
I'll be going now.
All right. Thanks again for taking care of our problem. I won't forget it.
Okay, so what I think it is, it might be because Segment has a alligator head.
Salve.
Which one has a fucking what is it? Eagle headdress on his head? Is it Horus that has eagle head? Or is it
A
Damn, I
fellow
can't remember.
traveler
What's
from a
up, bro?
faraway land. Greetings, I'm Georgie. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India. And
you're
never
Indian.
have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know. From which exotic part of the world do you hail?
Well, my nation doesn't exist yet.
Is this a riddle, or perhaps you mean to say you feel like you are ahead of your time? I feel the same way. Another reason for us to stick together. We will have
don't know,
much
your eyes
time
are kinda
here to get to
dancing.
know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
Yes, bro. I need to know how'd you get here? Dude, what's your story?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
No, goofball, how'd you end up here?
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Huh? Wait, why don't you tell me what you do remember?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber invited over a few select friends,
Guessing he fell in the river
and
too.
we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once.
How the hell does that
none of
happen?
that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
Wait a minute, so you floated down the Tiber?
Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
Ah, let's talk about
Anything
something
you
else. There's always a stranger. And my stranger just happens to be Karen. Theirs was a person, a different
I hope that
person.
our paths cross again soon, my friend.
My thing is, who is that person? Is it different for each person, or was it the same one for these guys?
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the
But then why did mine change? then?
Citizen,
Okay, who haven't I asked yet?
Ove.
Asked the fucking gladiator. Yo, man, let me talk to you real quick.
How did you get... What now?
What's your story?
My name's Dimitri.
Don't care about that. Why are you just like
Why?
gladiator? Fair enough. Wait, so I can't even ask where he's
Whatever.
been? Alright, you're useless to me. Let's go ask Yulia. Wait, let me see. Common threads. Tell people someone mentioned river. I mentioned the memory lapse. We need to get one more common thread. Who haven't we? Oh, let's talk to Aurelia, that evil bitch. Aurelia, let me talk to you real quick. Gotta speak to you real quick. You got information I need, girl. Hello.
Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia,
Well, hello.
and I hope I'm not being too forward, but
She's trying to
the
drug my
moment I
ass.
laid eyes on you, I was intrigued.
Don't forget, she's a snake.
There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before. A certain learning and sophistication.
Yeah. Don't waste your breath. I know you're a horrible person.
How dare you? Get away from me, you pig.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, do us all a favor and drink hemlock.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
What's your story?
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what that means.
They never do.
Can you tell me about the pattern you saw?
You think you wish to know, but you do not. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
I'll be going now.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean, man? Now I got even more leads to figure out. God! Aurelia...
Oh, do us all a favor.
Yeah, she's pissed. Damn, does that mean I have to fucking... Yeah, Opius.
Shalom.
Opius. Let me talk to you.
You mean where am I from and all that?
Yeah.
Judea. originally. But when I was a child, I moved to Rome with my family, Romanized my name, and spent most of my life in the Jewish district of Trans-Tiberim, across the Tiber from the main city. That's where I was when the fires broke out. Everyone was running toward the river, and I, listening to my inner contrarian, ran the other way. Every road leading out of Rome was in chaos, full of people with all their belongings in carts, and brigands preying on them. Several hours down the Appian Way, I saw another Jewish family being attacked by 3 opportunists. So I picked up a branch from the side of the road and went to defend them. I can only assume they got the better of me, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up in a forest, by a river not far from here, with no memory of how I got there. It's strange though, because I still had my purse on me. Why would a robber knock me unconscious and throw me in a river, but not take my coins?
Because I also woke up there with a coin in my pocket. That's odd. Most of the others were in Rome before they woke up in the forest, but you're saying you were several hours away.
You're right. I always just assumed the river carried me, but I'm not sure I was anywhere near the Tiber when I fell. I'm sure it'll all make sense if we ever get out of here.
Alright, I'll be going now.
Alright, friend. Thanks for the chat.
So we got our 3 common threads. But okay, so we found Ulpius, he got knocked out. Faba died. And then Rufius, he died too, but he was in war when he died. Center. Hold on, let me ask you how you got here. Then we're gonna talk to Equitia.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. I hear we have you to thank for saving Julia's life. I'm glad you arrived when you did.
What's your story?
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people, that kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Actually, I do. Tell me about the city's history.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
I thought it was Egyptian. What does that mean?
I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans, who first started building here, were just copying Greek architecture, which they do all the time. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
Tell me about the temple up on the bluff.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city.
I knew it, it's Egyptian.
Someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery.
Yeah, they took the plaque.
See, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
Thank you.
Of course.
Talk about something else. Alright, I'll be going now.
Nice to talk to you.
Alright, so we know now. I knew it. This god is responsible for everything that's happening
Best
here.
behavior, I trust.
And you already know I got my bow on me. You already know.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Yes, I am. I have a bow on me. I know about your creature. Don't worry about me.
Well, it's your funeral.
You know, before you interrupted me, I'm gonna go handle this business. Yeah, bitch boy. Shoot around this corner. Got him. Get out of my way. Gotta handle this business. Well, hello. Was it over here? No, but there is the sea moss right here, so just gonna whoop, whoop. Oh, money. All right, cool. Don't really need that right now because haha, you're always rich as fuck right now. Check me out. I got 7,000, baby. I'm rich. Can't no one stop me. First, let me climb up this thing real quick. And then that one. That one. That one too. Okay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Ooh, don't follow me. Yes. No. Yes. Where are we? Who the fuck is that? Oh my god. Italian plumber. What the fuck? What is going on? The missing people! Is this Scintilla?
You. Who are you? Did he send you?
I'm CJ. Nobody sent me.
Do you know you're here? You have to help me escape before that monster comes back.
What is going on here?
I'm Scintilla.
I found her!
Way out through the Gate of Horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up.
Who?
He wants to keep us all here forever, or until we're turned to gold.
Is it Sentius?
He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key.
Who did this to you?
Sentius.
Ooh!
My adoptive father. Furies help me. I'll castrate and crucify him.
I fucking called it. I said, is this Scintilla? Because they always said somebody has gone missing. And everyone that's gone missing has either figured out a way out of here or is asking too many questions. Oh, hasn't this broken the golden rule? Because there's no golden statues in this area. I already said that. As long as there's no golden statues that can't see or hear what you're doing, you can do fucking anything.
I don't know. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either.
She doesn't know. Fuck, how do I prove my theory? Where's the way out?
Behind me. There's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key.
What will you do if I release you?
I'm going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat.
Now you're gonna activate the golden rule.
I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together.
What about the others?
There won't be enough time. Just you and me. What do you say?
What if I round everyone up so they're ready to escape once the golden rule is broken?
There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick, you have to let me go. It's now or never.
Damn it, but if I let her go, everyone is going to fucking die. I'm sorry, but if I let you go, everyone's else is going to die.
What? No, you can't just leave me here. How can you be so heartless?
No, not heartless, just rational. Our escape isn't worth the lives of everyone here. It's too dangerous. Let me see if I can persuade Cynthia to let us go.
It's no use. You'll never persuade him.
I can be fairly persuasive.
You're making a mistake.
How the fuck does he even get down here? Is he moving? I feel like that's not even an escape route. I'm gonna save right here. We're learning information. We got information. We found Scintilla. We found her. She's locked. No, wait. Hold on. No, there's a golden statue here. Damn it. I just proved my fucking theory. Damn. Oh my fucking god. Of course I landed on the fucking... The little itty port of stone. Thank god I saved. Thank god I saved. Thank you. Continue with my last save, because that was fucking stupid. Julio. Let's try this one more fucking time. No, why do I always just... But... I'm gonna land in the fucking water. Jesus. It's like it wouldn't even want to let me move forward when I was falling. How do I get out of here? Damn it, where's that door? It's not that way. Oh, right here. Right where I froze his ass. I don't know how he's staying back up again after I kicked him on the ground. I'm gonna have to talk to you real quick, Buster.
Are they?
Fuck going on around
We're
here?
finally alone. I assume you all...
Yep, I don't care. I'm CJ when we had this conversation before.
We have?
Yep, don't care, don't care. Couldn't stop from being broken. Don't care. I know what you did to Scintilla.
Me? What are you talking about?
Don't, you're keeping her tied up in the cistern.
You know, you remind me of him.
Ooh.
Al Worth.
Holy
the
shit.
Who came through the portal before you.
You remember him?
Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one moment to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident.
Fuck, we're learning so much.
But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you're a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more
haunted.
And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly.
Goddamn right.
I mean, you've lived through the day, what, 5 times?
Yeah.
Extremely impressive. And yet everything you've done has been in vain, because there's no escape. Except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes.
Best to take your own life now.
So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
You knew there was a way out and even locked up your own daughter to keep it a secret? Why?
Why? Isn't it obvious? because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, the music of birds chirping. And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life.
He's the fucking reason why they keep going back in time.
I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself?
Hand over the key to the exit.
And why would I agree to that?
This isn't over.
I certainly hope not. In fact, I want it to go on and on forever until you wither and die like Al did, and the gods send yet another useful idiot to extend my life for me.
I'll find a way to break the cycle and you with it.
What are you going to do? Beg the gods for help?
That plaque is in his house.
They don't care about you, and neither do I. Now, get out of my villa. I'm bored with you.
Nope. I'm in this bitch.
On your best behavior, I trust?
Sure am. The gods for help. She said the priestess will guide me, but I'm trying to figure out if the plaque is in this fucking room. Oh, I can't steal that shit. I'll start all over again. There's no point in doing that shit. So there is a time limit because Sentius, his dumb ass, repeats the fucking day over and over.
Keep an eye out
again.
for Scintilla, would you?
Yeah, I already found her.
Citizen?
Fuck you.
Arve. A new face. Arve. And may
Nope,
best-
don't give a fuck. How would I go about talking to whichever god is responsible for the golden rule?
Well, I suppose we'd first need to figure out which god that is. And I'm afraid even I don't know. Although I have my suspicions. This might sound like a strange question, but please, humor me. How did you find your way here?
A young woman named Karen dragged me out of a river unconscious and sent me in here.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you?
It carries negative connotations where I'm from.
Why is that?
Because of the memes.
The memes? What are the memes?
A meme is a small image you share with other people that become a bit like their own language.
So, a bit like Egyptian hieroglyphs then?
Ew! Something like that.
So your people make hieroglyphics depicting this accursed character, the one they call Karen.
I knew it's a fucking Egyptian god, you guys. I fucking called it. I called it. Come on, spit it out. What were we going to say?
I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around.
I already did. Alright, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I have already noticed a pattern.
You have? Then what is it?
Some people mentioned a coin.
Yes, I suppose that could be something. But then most of us do tend to carry coins on our person, don't we? What else?
And some people mentioned a river.
Yes, I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current.
But it's the forest.
What else?
Some people mentioned a memory lapse.
That's true. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. You mentioned earlier, you met a young woman in the forest named Karen, yes?
Yes, I did. That's right.
I see. And was this Karen, by any chance, wearing a hood?
She's wearing a hoodie. How could you have known that?
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths.
Alright, I'll meet you in the baths.
But don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
I mean, shoot, I wouldn't mind bathing with you. Yeah, the priestess will guide me, I know. Just act normal. I'm acting normal. I'm just chilling. I probably wouldn't even be able to have this conversation. Equitia, the fucking assassin, was in the way too. Now I think about it, assassin would have probably shot her ass. Oh snap, we're about to find out who the damn god is. And if I find out who the god is, maybe I get the plaque from the old man below. There's probably something below the baths. It's gotta be.
Alright, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see.
Oh,
what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin.
Oh, snap.
It's just as you described it. Only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N.
Oh, Charon!
The ferryman
and
of
the
the
dead. Oh my god, it's him?
Who, in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx. The
We're
river that
all
separates the land
fucking
of the living
dead.
From the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
I'm dead. This place is the Underworld.
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember.
Yeah, because it was like she died.
It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the Underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
So we're dead.
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the Underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken.
It was this purgatory.
But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
What can you tell me about Karen?
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these
Well,
stories.
I know who Karen is. He's the
Each of them
ferryman.
is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved
Holy
the
shit,
souls of
Virgil,
the
the
dead
dude over
using a
there!
young ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited
God
this knowledge.
damn,
from
that
the
was a
Greeks.
cold plot twist right there. Whoo! Why didn't you all recognize Karen immediately?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises.
Yeah, one of them was talking about using
You
the
say you
eagle
saw a
hood.
young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kirti. And Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress.
Yeah.
But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
How the fuck do I do that? Were you trying to keep this from me?
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help, I promise you.
Why are there so few people in the Underworld?
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river, but that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. And that might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
That's all the questions I had.
Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the Underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero.
Oh, I forgot, we're in
Hercules
Rome.
was
That's
able
Jupiter's
to leave
Zeus.
the Underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the Underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape.
Persephone.
And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate.
Which we know
So
about.
it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the Underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
I noticed you seemed uncomfortable calling the god of the Underworld by his name. Why is that?
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
It's Hades. Because the Roman god, I forgot, Romans and Greeks call their gods, this is the same gods, but they call them with different names. Pluto is Hades. Jupiter is Zeus. Proserpina is Persephone. Yeah, I was like, these are Greek gods. What are these names? I forgot. We're in Roman. We're in Rome. Tell me more about confronting Pluto head on.
Shh! Is everyone so blunt where you're from?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Damn.
That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the Underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
I mean, if I work out a little bit, I'd probably get there, you know, hit a few protein packs and protein milkshake here and there, and hit my reps on my quads, my forearms, my shoulders, and my back. I'll get that demon back like Yujiro. Hercules couldn't manipulate time or turn organic matter into gold.
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules.
Hey, CJ.
But first, you'd need an audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city.
Of course.
The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again.
What can you tell me about the obelisk?
It's the towering stone monument.
Well, yeah, I saw
with
that
4
shit earlier.
sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago.
Yeah, they look like
It
Egyptian.
seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style. Roman,
Greek,
Egyptian,
and another.
I don't recognize. That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques.
Damn.
Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
Where would I find the Roman plaque?
Good question. To answer that, we first need to ask who would have defaced the obelisk in the first place. It would have had the god's name engraved into it, so it may be that whoever desecrated it wanted that name to be forgotten. And there's only one group of people I know of who might want to do that.
The Romans.
There's a cult in Rome that often argued there is only one true god. Theirs, of course.
Yeah.
They've been known to start fires, as well as deface
Christians.
religious monuments.
Is that their thing?
whose
She's talking about
existence
the Christians
challenged their
here.
Beliefs. If I were you, I'd go looking for them. Of course, they've all been in hiding since the fire last year, so finding them won't be easy.
Yeah, I already know who they
But
are.
I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine somewhere in the city. Perhaps, if you could find that, you might be able to recover.
Oh
the Roman.
yeah, I forgot about that. It's behind the fucking theater. Where would I find the Greek plaque?
I don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the forum.
Egyptian plaque?
Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident, will be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago.
Sentius.
But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so perhaps you could talk to her.
Oh fuck, I forgot.
Or just take a
She
look in
doesn't
his
like me
room.
right now. Where could I find the mystery plaque?
I'm afraid you're on your own with that one. But perhaps finding the other 3
Yeah, she
will
don't like
illuminate the
me.
way.
Alright, let's talk about something else. Tell me more about escaping with the help of Proserpina or a guide.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them
Persephone.
escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the Underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
Well, if you read Lore of Olympus, you get a totally different story. Cause that story is my shit. I love Lore of Olympus. I need to get back into that because I just finished season 1. And I gotta start on season 2. So she might be willing to work against him but help us.
If the stories are true, then I suppose so.
Yeah, those are her whispers.
How do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
I hear the female statues whispering to me every now and then.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now?
Well, you never
And again,
asked.
I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It is always the same voice, and she's helpful, if a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
I've already found a way to escape.
Truly? Then why are you still here?
Because the bat path will result in the deaths of nearly everyone here, and I don't want that.
Ah, I see. Then it seems you have made a great sacrifice for all of us, friend. I admire your compassion. Truly. Thank you. But unfortunately, I'm afraid your only other option will be to confront you-know-who.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready to get started.
All right. I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
I'll have a chat with Livia first.
In any case, time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Exactly. Okay, we gotta talk to Livia first, then we gotta... Well, I knew. Wait. Ancient Rome was depicting a godlike figure turning a man into gold. But I can also talk to that dude that's in the bottom of that's in the basement somewhere. I forgot where he was. And I talked to him and he can help me too. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here, guys. We found a whole lot of information this time. We found a whole lot of fucking information. We have 4 goals. Well, more like 5 goals. 1, we need to talk to Livia about the Underworld. That way she can probably give us even more information than we already have now. Then we need to find the Roman statue. Well, we gotta find the Roman obelisk, the Greek obelisk, and then we gotta find the Egyptian one. And the 4th mystery one, I think, is actually in English. The mystery one is for me to find. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and ring that bell button so you know when I post videos. That way you don't have to check my Facebook if I post anything on there, or my Twitter, or just have to come back and check anything. Also, I post no clips on TikTok of each episode before I release the full episode, so you guys can hit me up, follow me there. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Peace.